Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool are looking for further additions to their squad ahead of the September 1st transfer deadline. Liverpool remain in talks with Crystal Palace over a potential deal for defender Marc Guéhi, with transfer expert Fabrizio Romano insisting the deal is still on. The Reds opened their Premier League campaign with a 4-2 win over Bournemouth on Friday night. Arne Slot's side looked a real threat going forward, but questions remain about their defence, with the Cherries coming from 2-0 down to draw level before late goals from Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah. Liverpool confirmed a deal for Giovani Leone on Friday, with the 18-year-old defender joining the Reds from Serie A side Parma. However, with uncertainty over Ibrahim Konate's long-term future, there is a feeling the Reds need another option in central defence. Konate's performance left many questions over where his head might be at, with Jamie Carragher branding his performance as shocking. Fabrizio Romano gives update on Marc Guéhi to Liverpool. Guéhi has been linked with the Reds for much of the summer, and this week it was claimed he had agreed personal terms with the Anfield club. He has just 12 months left on his deal at Selhurst Park but does not intend to pen new terms. It means he could be available for a cut-price fee this summer, but if he stays put, his intention will be to leave on a free transfer in 2026. Providing an update on his YouTube channel, Romano said, "On Liverpool, I insist, they are still working for Marc Guéhi. There is still a conversation ongoing with Crystal Palace, still a conversation ongoing with player side, because the agreement with the player is okay, from what I'm hearing. Still waiting to see what happens club to club, but Marc Guéhi wants to go to Liverpool. If it's not now, it's going to be in the future, but now the deal is still on, from what I'm hearing, so keep an eye still on Marc Guéhi, because Giovani Leone was introduced at Anfield, but that remains the priority, again, for Liverpool, also for Marc Guéhi, not only for Leone." What Giovani Leone said about joining Liverpool. With one new deal agreed for a defender this week, Leone sat down to discuss his move to Liverpool. Asked if it was an easy decision to come to Anfield, he said, "Yes, easy, because it's one of the best clubs in the world. I didn't say no." He added, "I'm very happy to be here. It's a really great sensation and I'm honored to be here, only because it's one of the best clubs in the world. It's not possible to say no to this club. I want to improve a lot with my new teammates in training and after on the pitch, in the Premier League and the Champions League." Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool boss Arne Slot has done a complete U-turn on Federico Chiesa ahead of transfer deadline. Liverpool are set for a very interesting week in the transfer window as they await their next Premier League fixture. After kicking off with a win over Bournemouth on Friday night, the Reds had 10 days before they travel to Newcastle next Monday. While Arne Slot will be grateful for the time on the training pitch, it also means that Liverpool can focus on doing their transfer business without the distraction of Premier League matches. With the Reds in need of finalising a few things in terms of both incoming and outgoing deals, there should be plenty of movement before that hotly anticipated clash with Newcastle. One player who has been widely expected to be on the outgoings list has been Federico Chiesa, who had become something of a forgotten man at Anfield. However, after Chiesa grabbed a dramatic late winner against Bournemouth, Slot has reportedly completely changed his mind about the Italian. Although Liverpool have already sold Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez this summer, and also tragically lost Diogo Jota, there had been an expectation that Chiesa would leave as well. Nevertheless, the fact remains that Slot is currently short on forward options, and as a result, selling Chiesa does not feel like a smart move. And according to Italian outlet Gazzetta dello Sport, Liverpool currently agree. The Reds are said to have no intention of selling the 27-year-old. The goal against Bournemouth reportedly boosted his stock at Anfield, but having met with Chiesa's agent recently, Liverpool are claimed to have already red-lighted a move away. Inter Milan and Napoli are said to have been sniffing around the number 14, and their interest was reportedly peaked when Chiesa did not travel with the Liverpool squad to Asia this summer. But the Reds are claimed to have been insistent that Chiesa's absence was fitness-related, and now intend to keep the Italy international. Despite Liverpool's current stance, though, there is also an additional claim that should Alexander Isak arrive, the Reds may consider a late offer that arrives. Liverpool must keep Chiesa. Even if he had not scored against Bournemouth, there would have been little sense in Liverpool selling Chiesa this summer. The former Juventus man may not have had the best of times with the Reds so far, but after a year of getting up to speed, it would be foolish to give up on him now, especially with forward options so limited. Giorgio Chiellini once described Chiesa as being unstoppable, and if Slot can coax that out of him once again, Liverpool could have a genuine difference-maker on their hands. Certainly, if he can keep contributing, then the Reds will not find better than Chiesa in the current market. Not without spending a bomb, anyway. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC news. Our last news is Real Madrid to blow Liverpool away with sensational €18 million contract offer. The 2025-26 Premier League season is underway, but there are still several moving parts for defending champions Liverpool. There have been significant outgoings for Arne Slot's side thus far, with Tyler Morton and Darwin Núñez becoming the latest players through the Anfield exit door. We could see more go before the transfer window closes, with Ben Doak and Harvey Elliott among those earmarked for a departure. Question marks also exist over Ibrahim Konate, despite the Frenchman being a preferred starter for the side under Slot. The 26-year-old's contract expires in 2026 and so far no agreement has been reached over a new deal. If there is no accord, then Liverpool may opt to cash in on the former RB Leipzig man this summer, with €50 million mentioned as a potential price tag. The power is very much in Konate's hands. Unless Liverpool can make him an enticing offer, then he will be entitled to talk to potentially interested overseas clubs about a free transfer as soon as January. Barcelona are among the teams reportedly interested, and could make a bid as early as the current transfer window, but it's perhaps Real Madrid who are considered frontrunners for his signature, Madrid willing to pay only €30 million for Konate. A new report in Defensa Central claims that Los Blancos are willing to pay €30 million for Konate this summer, plus another €5 million in bonuses, if they are given any encouragement by the Reds. However, the same reports adds that Konate could cash in beyond his wildest dreams if he holds out for a bossman until 2026. Florentino Perez believes the best time to secure the centre-back services is when his contract with the Reds expires, in the middle of next year, the report reads. Real Madrid would be happy to give the French defender a signing fee of between €15 and €18 million, a considerable argument to persuade the still Reds number 5 to sign. The figures on offer are in line with what the 15-time European champions paid to Trent Alexander-Arnold in order to convince him to swap Anfield for the Bernabeu this summer. With Konate said to be making around £140,000 per week at Liverpool, the financial incentives for committing to Real Madrid are therefore huge. It has previously been reported that Konate would be willing to settle for a £200,000 per week deal in order to stay on Merseyside. But right now it doesn't seem likely that the club will get him to sign. Therefore Liverpool could miss out on a potential €50 million payday, and Konate could be raking in €15 million to €18 million of that proposed sum all to himself. Having signed Giovani Leone and with Marc Guéhi potentially arriving before the end of the window, it could be all change in the heart of Liverpool's defense. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC news.